Hello people and welcome to my channel. This is my first video on the channel and I have 3 stories for you guys on r/prorevenge. The first one's being, guy quit his job thinking he became rich. Second, harass my daughter on Minecraft, you can't hide from me. And lastly, neighbor sued me after harassing my dog for months, lost horribly. If you like the video, like it. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you dislike it, tell me why. Let's do this. This one's titled, guy quits his job thinking he became rich. Hey, new to Reddit, I thought I would post my story here. I work for a construction company and we do remodeling on homes. We have a rule here that we get to keep anything we find hidden behind the walls. We hired this guy. We really needed a worker badly, who was a total a-hole from day one. I've been working for this company for 5 years and this guy has been only doing construction for 1 year after he got fired from his accounting job for getting a DUI. Anyways, he would always make fun out of my clothes and my accent, and one day he went too far by telling my boss about my private Instagram account pictures. He got on my phone and looked through my Instagram page and showed my boss pictures of me smoking weed. Little did he know that my boss is my friend from 8 years when we used to smoke together before we both quit. I was so mad that he violated my privacy, then I made a plan to fuck him over. He was the kind of guy who would always come in late and complain that trains or traffic is why he was always late. One day I overheard him saying that if he won the lottery he would quit his job for not getting the respect he deserves. You have to earn your respect here. One day I bought some fake gold coins online and put them in a metal box I found at an antique store and waited for my chance to hide it in a wall. Luckily I did not have to wait long. The day he found the coins, it seemed like it was his best day ever. First thing he did when he opened the box, he called my boss a effing loser and he quit immediately on the spot. He said, F this place, I'm rich, lol. Little did he know was that was the best day of my life. After he quit, my boss told us that he was going to fire him anyways for always showing up late. I wish I could have seen the look on his face when he finds out the gold coins are fake. Best $40 I spent in my life. I apologize for my grammar. This just happened today and my adrenaline is pumping hard. Thanks for reading. Edit. These houses are bought at auction. People don't live here, so everything is owned by the construction company. And that's why you don't count your chickens before they hatch, because if you do, you're gonna get your hopes up, quit your job, and then become jobless and probably homeless because you're stupid. Like, why would you not value your money or get it appraised before quitting your job? This one's titled, harass my daughter on Minecraft, you can't hide from me. So, my daughter, who was about 8 at the time, was really into Minecraft, as most kids are these days, also desperately wanting to join the YouTube/Let's Play culture. I had installed some screen recording software that would let her make videos of the games she was playing so she could later upload them to YouTube. Anyways, one day, I'm minding my own business when I hear her quietly sniffling over the computer. I asked her what was wrong, but she didn't want to tell me, so I let it go. I decided to keep an eye on her. A few minutes later, I discovered what was happening. Someone was harassing not only her, but also all the other kids playing on whatever server she was on. This kid, we'll call him Little Poophead, or LS, was saying poop about how he was going to rape my 8-year-old daughter. She told him how old she was, hoping he would stop, how he was going to hack into her IP and steal all her info, swearing profusely. Remember, this is a game for kids, etc, etc. And she was also obviously quite upset at what a little poop this kid was being. We realized that our daughter had been recording the entire incident and a plan began to form. I started by googling LS's username. There were several hits immediately. The most interesting of which involved a page where he was publicly applying to be a mod for a server on Minecraft. I was able to learn a lot about this little POS. He claimed to be 15, likes hockey, used to live in Toronto but now lives in Florida. But the bombshell was easily his Skype contact info. It was literally first name, last name. I know your name now, you little poop. So, I head over to Facebook and search for the name. Nothing. On a hunch, I searched for just the last name, while narrowing my results to only the state of Florida. Several dozen hits. So I have to start combing through each one until I find what I was looking for. A middle-aged man with the same last name, whose profile indicates he was born in Toronto and now lives in Florida. I found your dad, you little poop. So I sent him a message on Facebook asking if he had a son named first name who goes by his username on Minecraft. Dad confirmed I had the right guy. So my wife begins telling the dad everything the LS was saying to my daughter, and we sent him the recorded video as proof. Radio silence for a few days. Then we got the message back. LS had his computer taken away from him for the entire summer and had been lying about his age. He was only 11, I think. His parents were fucking livid with him, and he surely hated the next few months of his life. No one messes with my daughter. Oh my god. How does an 11-year-old say something like that? No, that parent, I don't even believe what the dad says. There's no way an 11-year-old could randomly say things like that. You must have learned it somewhere. Like, oh, you should monitor your kids. If my kid was learning that, oh, I would lay the smack down on them, WWE style. Make them say, I quit. Oh, dude. Imagine an 11-year-old saying that to an 8-year-old. I'm guessing he didn't know what he was saying because the girl was just like, she's 8, and how did the girl know what that meant? This is why you have parental control, lads. You need to use it. This one's titled, Neighbor sued me after harassing my dog for months. Lost horribly. Several commenters telling me that you guys would enjoy this story. About 6 or 7 months ago, my neighbor got a drone. I don't mind people having hobbies, but for some reason he insisted on flying like the biggest jerk possible. He would hover in front of others' houses and windows, try to race cars going down the road, and worst of all, he had a habit of flying his drone in my fenced backyard, buzzing over my dog, diving low just over my dog's head before circling around to do it again. My dog isn't small, he's about 70 pounds and a Malamute. But the drone terrified him, and I was worried what would happen if it hit him. I asked my neighbor several times to please not fly in my yard and explained that it was scaring my dog. He basically told me to get lost and laughed in my face. When it still continued, I called the police. Unfortunately, there wasn't much they could do other than ask him to please not fly over my house/property. Finally, in late December, it happened. My dog got tired of his poop and managed to catch the drone right as it was diving towards him. He shredded the drone. The thing was just a jumble mess of wires and plastic. Kinda like my reading. Neighbor was pissed. He stormed over to my house, swearing and threatening me, which I ignored. A week later, I got a summons to small claims court. He wanted $900 for the cost of his drone and an additional $300 for supposedly denying him access to his property. The drone sat in my yard for a couple of hours before it was retrieved. Fuck that. He could have killed my dog. I don't have kids or a girlfriend. I just have my dog, who is my best friend for the past 7 years. That dog has moved with me 3 times, was there when I graduated college, saw me buy my first house and my first new car. I love my dog. Went to legal advice, got some great help from them. Turns out, him suing me was the best thing to ever happen. When we got to small claims court, the judge basically laughed away his claim that I had intentionally trained my dog to attack his drone, but little did he know I was prepared. I had dozens of photos of my yard showing it was impossible for him to, quote, accidentally fly that low to my dog, videos of him harassing my dog in the past, and I had saved all my medical bills from taking my dog to the vet, $700 for an x-ray, check another $250 to sedate him during. Why not? Don't want him being uncomfortable. Full dental exams with tooth cleaning repair, $400. Then there was a cost of an anti-anxiety meds and a secondary checkup. Wet food for a week in case his teeth were hurt, and an extra just for good measure. In the end, the a-hole ended up owing me almost $2,000 and now is being investigated by the FAA for not having a registered drone and violating several FAA regulations concerning drone flight. Too near an airport, too close to other people, out of sight of an operator, and way above the maximum altitude. Enjoy never being allowed to fly a drone again. Richard. Oh, come on. I can't entirely believe that. Why would all of these, why would the, I'm getting confused now. Why would the judge do all those things for the dogs? I know like the drone is all bad and stuff, but Jesus. The judge must have knew that the dude was milking it a tad bit. And if anyone was going to know why I said Richard instead of Dick, it's because the short version of Richard is Dick. I don't know why it is, but it's like that. Thank grade A under A because he's taught me that. And at this moment of time, I'm just longing out the video till it's 10 minutes. Anyways guys, adios Holmes.